I met this beautiful and matured lady at the hospital I went to for locum. Our first encounter didn't go well because her first approach was very bad. So I also respected myself and stayed within my circle. She later approached me with questions relating to my work, and I explained to her to the best of my knowledge. After that day, we became friends, and very good friends at that. We shared issues together for advices. After that time, at that time, I was single and innocent when it came to relationships and sex. Some months later, I met a very cultured lady, respectful and God-fearing. After studying her for some time, I proposed to her and she accepted. The lady I met in the hospital one day invited me to her house. So now there are two ladies, basically. On her first visit, we spent some time together and I went peacefully without any intimacy. In fact, at a point, I realized that the lady has developed strong feelings for me. She was very honest, God-fearing, not demanding, but she was an extrovert. I developed some love for this lady, but because I have a lady in my life, I didn't propose to her. In fact, I didn't even tell her that I was seeing someone. We spent some time together like we were in a relationship. I felt happy whenever I was with her, and she also said she was always happy when I am with her. She one day tried to tell me that we should have sex, but I refused because I was holy and didn't want to have sex before marriage. And my girlfriend was also a virgin. Ladies, stop laughing. I later disclosed to her that I have a lady in my life. In fact, she cried and said because of me, she has rejected all the men that came into her life, thinking that I would propose one day. But the truth of the matter is, I didn't stop visiting her. I visited her one day and she grabbed me and we finally had sex. That was my first time. I seriously regretted it. I became confused when it was time for me to get married. I developed a strong feeling of love for this lady more than my own girlfriend. She was very caring, not demanding, but very extroverted. He keeps saying very extroverted, so probably he has a problem with extroverts. My girlfriend was respectful, humble, supportive, caring, and not demanding due to the fact that, and that's why I got married to her.
Oh, so he married her?
Yes, he married his girlfriend. But the other one is great and everything, but she's extroverted. Now, the problem is, I am married with a kid, but I still love this lady more than my wife. I always ask myself, did I make the wrong decision? Please advise me with no judgment.
Oh, he actually asked with no judgment. Hey,
Don't judge.
You see, why play with fire? You see, my thing is, you claim you are holy.
It's always the holy ones, you know.
It doesn't seem holy to me.
You want to be holy. And you have a girlfriend, both of you are on the same page, where both of you plan to be holy till it's right to unholy yourselves. Now, you meet somebody, it's like the apple. You are chasing the apple. It is your curiosity. It's like you want to see something. What do you call it? If you
translation.
When you overanalyze a corpse, you see ghosts.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
That thing you're looking for, you'll find.
You find. So the thing is that if you know you have a girlfriend and you are true to yourself and true to your values, you've met a woman who shares your values, everything. But out of curiosity, look, this extroverted thing she's talking about, that he has mentioned 3 or 4 times, he has a silent attraction for extroverted women.
Yes, but he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. The thing is that being a holy person, I'm thinking he's come from a very religious background.
Yeah.
They have schooled, or he has schooled himself to believe that the right woman for you is this kind of woman. When you want to pick a church girl who can also be holy for you as a wife,
She can almost call you master.
Yeah, there are normal things you need to look out for. Quiet, respectful, submissive, supportive,
not demanding.
Can cook a
He
feast.
said that like 3 times.
Can prepare a feast. You stingy man. Can prepare a feast with 100 Ghana and will not complain for their hope. For not complain like these are the criteria you know that a wife should be, and you manage to find one. So she ticked all the boxes for you. But the question here is that after ticking all the boxes for you, that oomph
is not there.
It's not there.
It's not there.
And it is that extroverted nature of this girl that is attracting you. Because listen, if you truly loved your wife and you were truly in for her when you guys were dating, the day she came to you and she started showing signs of wanting to have an affair with you, that is the day you should have told yourself,
run away.
Let me flee from this.
Yes.
To start with, why even engage her in that manner? But let's assume that, you thought that, you are strong in the Lord and you are grounded
Prayer
in
warrior.
everything. One prayer warrior, you've cabed that day. Look, when he came and he wanted to do something, not a woman has intentions. No amount of cabin can stop a woman who wants to.
Who wants you?
Who wants you? And you have allowed yourself to be in a certain situation with that person.
And then he keeps going, even after telling her,
she will help you cabe, and after cabe, no better roll draws. Forgive my language.
After marrying, what are you still going there
So
to do?
no, hold on. So now the thing is that once you did that, because your principles have been defiled, your mind now is in a different level. Because that extroverted person, the excitement with which she did that thing to you, this your other church girl maybe cannot display that level of excitement.
Exuberant.
Or even because she's coming as a virgin, she'll probably need some coaching or some time to also get there.
It will take a while.
To also get to that level. But this one who is extroverted probably has seen things, wants to try things. You know, sometimes experience is not always in learning, but her energy in bringing the thing home, you understand? So that her whole inside is, like the is working, you understand? So now, you are comparing the innocent one who is submissive, it's her wedding night, has worn her white underwear up and down, has put on her
white underwear.
Angelic, you know,
I can imagine that.
You know, and has presented herself like a lamb, a sacrificial lamb ready to be, you know, and then you take it nicely and calmly with her after you probably share a verse or two to, you know, and compare to someone who has an agenda to get you.
And do missionary
And do
for the wedding.
who is, you know, I don't want to be so graphic. So I'm just saying that, look, my dear, you play with fire when you're supposed to play with fire. Now, you decided to get married to this one. Why are you still looking at the other one? You see, certain actions always come with consequences. When you decide that you want a church girl,
Stick to it.
Stick to it. And marriage is a serious, like I keep saying, like, marriage is a serious issue. It's a very serious issue. So before you get married, at least, if not for anything, you, the human being, be willing to want to be married to that person genuinely. And that is the only way when issues of these things arise.
Forever and ever.
You are able to say, it is me, I wanted to, and I desired to. Maybe this is an issue, we will solve it, and then you surmount it. But if you got married because of a checklist that has been given to you, handed down to you as the ideal woman,
right?
You realize that when your how do you call it? It's not being satisfied, you know.
Your desires
are not being satisfied. You feel like she's not up to. Meanwhile, she's up to.
Yeah, exactly.
But you feel she's not up to. But the thing is that if it's something that you wanted, you desired for yourself, in whichever shape or form she comes, she'll be up to. And if anything at all, you move her to the point where she will start satisfying your desires. So my thing is that, gentlemen, I'm sorry, you've made a mistake.
You've made your
bed.
wife
has not done anything to you. You have laid your bed, lie in it,
yes,
and stop worrying. And please, that girl, please, I hope you are listening. Somebody has had an affair with you, blah 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 blah, and the person has gone ahead to marry somebody. Why are you still sticking around?
No, no, she's not actually sticking around.
The man is just having fantasies.
He's the man that's just now thinking of her.
Oh, then the man,
So he's not going back
No,
there.
it was when he told her, look, there's a woman in my life.
And she cried.
And she cried, but he kept going. Until now he got married, and now he's thinking about her again.
Okay, so...
so the woman is not in their life.
No.
Oh, then he just needs deliverance.
Yeah.
Because to add to that, you know, a woman with that intention, there's nothing you can do, because I think that what the girl did was intentional.
Yeah.
She knew this guy. Okay, the guy made a mistake. I honestly don't think that if you are engaged to be married, you should be entertaining somebody else, because
you.
it always clouds your judgment. And what made it worse was you actually having sex with this other girl.
Yeah.
But you see, this other girl had actually grown to love you. So going back, right, after you told her, she was disappointed. She was crying. She was needy, all of that. So like we all agree, you should have given her space. But no, you did not. And now she's thinking, okay, I desperately want you. What can I do to actually keep you?
Yeah.
She's like,
Plus, you're not married
girlfriend is
yet.
gonna give you one sex of your lifetime. You'll never ever forget me. And you were on her mission. She probably went to get lingerie. She probably made sure downstairs
And it wasn't white.
You know, she probably drank a whole gallon of
Blacks,
pineapple
colours
juice.
red.
Made sure that everything was on point, and probably did, you know, like she was. You
Monkey
probably
styles
even-
were
monkey
monkeyed.
styles were monkeying. You know, you probably maybe even didn't make it. She was probably
Your dogs were
faking
out.
it. You don't even know. But basically, she had an intention, a woman with a plan. And a plan to ensure that you, this guy, you said you're going to get married, but I'm going to get you. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, there's a reason why, you know, when sex just clouds everything. And, you know, I'm just wondering, you know, the day that you were standing in front of the altar and then you were telling everybody, you were looking into your wife's eyes, knowing very well what you had done. The thing is, I wish, right, you had told her that this is what I did, and continued with and left her with a heartbreak, for her to find somebody and start all over again. Now this is what you've done. You have married her, given her one child, you both have made one child, and now you are not happy in your marriage. So technically, it's almost like I'm contemplating on going back to this other girl. And because I don't even know whether they're actually talking
Still
to each
together,
other,
or yeah.
you know, because he's fantasizing about her. He's emotionally checked out, physically checked out. He's probably having sex with his wife and imagining this other girl. Like, you're being so wicked to this girl who didn't even ask for this. So, honestly, I really, it's two things, right? You've already decided to get married to this woman. Make it work. You think she's not extroverted enough or introverted, because honestly, all these qualities that you are mentioning, I really don't see why it should be a big deal. You saw all those qualities with both of them,
And you
so
still went ahead
you
to
still
choose.
went ahead and cheated. I wouldn't have liked that, but it's what you've done. So decide. Don't make her feel horrible in the marriage, because what it is that you don't love her as we speak. You probably don't find her sexually attractive. You don't even enjoy sex with her. So the question is then, why are you with her? If you can't make a decision to love her, to grow to love her, forget. Because right now you're married to her. What I think you need to do is to ask God to forgive you and ask God to help you find that love wherever it is, and better put it in your heart, because this other girl has not done anything wrong. And decide to love her, because I'm just, yeah.
I miss Felicia. She said you have to love her.
Okay, I'll tackle this from at least 4 different angles. First of all, everything the Bible has said is true. When the Bible said, do not have sex before marriage, the Bible knew exactly what it meant by that. Because sex clouds everything. Every single part of your judgment gets clouded. Now, secondly, sex does not make someone fall in love with you. I'm taking this from the woman's perspective. A lot of times we think, oh, if I have sex with her, no amount of monkey style in the bedroom, no amount of somersaulting and
Chandelier
upside down and wheelbarrow and all that, aeroplane and all that will make someone fall in love with you. A lot of the times, young women think, oh, so long as I'm exciting in the bedroom and blah, 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 that man is going to end up falling in love with me and is going to end up choosing me over whoever. Men are not wired like that. Now, for Christian girls too, the fact that you were raised as a Christian does not mean that once you enter the bedroom, it should go there. Sex is meant to be enjoyed. Men love to enjoy sex. If your man loves sex and wants to have sex and enjoy it, see, certain feelings are like orgasms. Once you experience it once in your lifetime, you will forever crave that feeling. And if you don't get it in someone, you will search the whole world for it until you find that you are not happy. You understand? And if you've never had orgasm in your life, you're okay. But once you experience it, oh my God. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. You will look for it in heaven and high waters and everywhere else. And that's just what it is. So I feel like this guy, once he did that to that girl and probably enjoyed it, now whatever he's getting elsewhere is more like a downgrade. So now, oh my God, I miss that girl. I'm thinking of that girl. I love her. Probably you don't even, it's just the thing that was that great. You know? So first of all, that angle, bad move. Now, thirdly, you see, men have to know, what is it that I want?
Exactly.
Do I want an extrovert, wild girl in the bedroom who is still submissive, who is still supportive, who is still... Make your list and take your checklist. Don't go and worry other people's children and other people's wives in the name of try and error. We are humans. We have emotions. It is not fair on anyone. Once you told her you don't love her and she cried and bawled her eyes out, leave her alone. But you didn't do that. You went and came back. What were you going to her house for? Were you going to look for the Holy Spirit or the Bible or the cross there? There's nothing there for you to look for. You are engaged. Try your faith with someone's life, with someone's emotions. It is so unfair. I see a lot of men doing this. I firsthand have seen that happen to me also. And that's why I'm very passionate about this thing. Make your checklist and follow it and leave girls alone. We are humans. God created us for a reason. Leave us. If you don't want someone, look, I always tell people, if you come to me and you tell me I'm a married man, or I don't love you, I have a girlfriend, but I want us to have a fling, tell me the truth. Allow me to make a choice. But don't come all shrouded in some secrecy and some pretense and lying, thinking, oh, once you get your way, then you go. It is not fair on anyone. Do you know that sometimes, even when a girl still wants you and he knows you are married, then they know how to carry themselves around you, give you what you want, take what they want, and everybody is happy. But most men, because they want to lie to you and they take what they want while giving you nothing, they lie, I want to marry you, I have plans of this or this or this, or I have... Because honestly, he had no business with this girl. The girl made her intention clear that she's falling in love with you, and which is why she came on to you. If you knew very well you weren't going to marry her, you had no business with her, full stop. Because she told you what she wanted. You didn't. When you told her and she cried, you should have left it at that. But once you came back, it is assumed that maybe you've changed your mind because you were not married. You know? So these are the steps for me. Women, please, if someone says they don't want you, full stop. Men, if you want somebody, make your checklist of the things that you desire. Because a lot of men think they don't like people who are extroverted. I'm extroverted, and I will show you day one that I'm extroverted. If you don't like, go. There are men who will like extroverted women, and they will come for us. And I think men should make their list and follow it, because what he is doing now, if that girl is out of the picture and another extroverted girl comes to show him another monkey skills, he will still cheat.
True.
Especially now that he's married, it's going to get worse.
Because obviously it has nothing to do with the girl.
But what question was he asking in the end? What exactly did he want us to do for him?
Advice
without judgment. Advice based on what exactly? Because I'm trying to sort of wrap my mind around, like, exactly, what are we advising you on? That you should do what?
Just advice.
To do what? Like,
he should stay in his marriage to make it work. That's why he should
get divorced, or he should go back to the girl.
I think, you know, wait, at this point, we actually don't have time right now.
Oh, why?
But I wanted to add something.
I
wanted to add something real quick.
Okay.
You know, sometimes there's also this thing about men, when they intend or know they have to break up with you, they still want to keep some string be.
Just in case.
So that they leave an avenue to come back. Men, stop that.
But anyway, it's time for us to take a quick break.
You ooze it
when
naturally.
we come back, I will be sharing my final thoughts. Wow, it's been a very heated conversation, and I want to say a very big thank you to the sisters, obviously, because without their tidbits, I don't know how I'm actually going to be doing this alone. So a very big thank you to the sisters for giving us a good show today. And like I said, I am back with my final thoughts. I'm going to start with the last letter that we read, and all I can say is, man, you really need to make up your minds. We have seen this kind of situation so many times, especially when they have a certain perception of woman they want to marry. And usually this is fueled, I feel like this is fueled by what society puts out to say, okay, this is the right kind of woman for you. But deep down, you long for something else, and you kind of find ways to suppress it because you are looking for that perfect wife. And now when you get that perfect wife, you don't know what to do with that perfect wife. Your mind and your body and your everything and your eyes start longing for what it is that you really want. Let's be realistic. When I read this letter, I realized probably he's actually really in love with the extroverted woman, but he chose the whole quiet, Mary Magdalene, quiet girl, kind of Bible school or Bible perfect type of wife girl, just because maybe that's how he was trained. That's what he was taught at home. That's what he was taught at church. Remember, he said he was very holy. So, and that's why he kind of like had an issue with the extroverted one. But deep down, the extrovertness, I think, is what, if there's a word like that, the whole extrovert thing was what amazes him. That's what he really likes inside. But now, he's now feeling like, oh, I miss her. So all I can say is make your marriage work. You can't do anything about it. Make your marriage work. But if you know you cannot take it, I'm sure, if you know you can't take it, you need to open up to your wife. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard because obviously she does not deserve to suffer. She does not deserve to be in the dark. And she does not deserve to be with an empty man. An empty man being a man that has no feelings for her. So if you know you can't make your marriage work and you really long for something else, it's better for you to open up. It might be too early, but it's better for you to open up about it. Probably go to counseling, probably go to therapy, do something, talk to someone. Just don't live in the dark. That's all I can say about it. And the second letter, which was actually the first one that we read, about man, woman living together with mother-in-law, 28 years old, and they have 3 children, and they've been married for 8 years. Now this is a lesson to every single person out there, and especially to women, and especially to people that want marriage. Please, 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 women that want marriage, everything has to be in check before you get to, that marriage stage. It's not easy living with anyone, especially your mother-in-law. It's not easy living in the same house with because you might not be lucky to have that perfect, sweet angel mother-in-law. Even the very sweet angel mother-in-law, sometimes they have their days. You understand? It's not every day that someone will be happy. You understand? She might lash out to you just once like this, and then you're like, it will put you into thinking your whole life. You understand? What did I do? What did I do to this woman? Does she hate me and all that? So, lady, thanks for sending in your letter. But I think it's time for you and your husband to move out. Maybe you are used to the comfort of a big house or something. Move out. Start with a 1-bedroom. Start with an apartment. It's like, just have your own space. Already dealing with human beings, you have to deal with boundaries. So imagine now living in the same house with your mother-in-law, and especially if he's a mommy's boy. Again, I mean, I don't have a problem with mommy's boys. I don't at all. Because sometimes being a mommy boy means that you're actually in touch with your mother. And yes, it's sweet to be in touch with your mother. That means you would know how to take care of a woman. But when it's too much, like when it's just that kind of, mother-son relationship that just becomes too much and becomes toxic to the next person. You don't want to be dealing with that. And also, I'm also looking at this story from the part of, parents that tell their kids, oh no, we have a big house. You can come and live with your family. You can come and live with your wife. Oh, why are you moving out? You are just 28 years old. And look, baby, we have a house. Come, stay at home till you're ready to build your house. No, it's a lie, yo. It's a big lie. I mean, it sounds sweet and everything, but they're humans too, and they're going to need their space, all right? Don't fall for that trap. I mean, they're your parents, they love you and everything, but you can never tell how they will react one day. Maybe that day they will not like the way your wife is sweeping. They will not like the way she eats. They will not like the way she opens her mouth and sleep or naps. You understand? And that's when trouble is going to start. So it's very important that you actually plan before you jump into that whole marriage space. And for you to have 3 children, that's a problem. You guys need to grow up. You and your husband, you guys really need to grow up, all right? And I hope you learn from it. And I hope if you're watching and you are in this situation, you know what to do. But do not ever disrespect that woman. You just have to be kind. Show her love. Show her maturity. And maybe one day she will adjust. But before then, you just have to deal with it. All right. Very big thank you to you for tuning in. For listeners on City 97.3 FM, thank you also for tuning in. This is Sister, the longest relationship show on air in Ghana right now. So a very big thank you to everyone that has made it possible. And once more, thank you to the sisters. And also a very big thank you to our sponsors, Gino, because Gino truly cares. My name is Chris Carter. Don't forget to send in your letters via sisterislive@gmail.com. And of course, keep using the hashtag sister on social media. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Sister is proudly sponsored by Gino. Gino truly cares.